We are Max and Charlotte Norman, and we have 3 children, Elsie, Innes and Bobby. Bobby's nearly 2, Innes is 3.5, and Elsie is nearly 6. So Elsie had a series of bugs and normal illnesses for a toddler, but we started to feel that something more serious was wrong because she wasn't recovering from those bugs.
I ended up going to the GP in a panic one afternoon. I said, I really want to go today to the hospital. I just think something's not right. And we went to the hospital in Ipswich, our local hospital, and a blood test confirmed the next morning that Elsie had leukemia. We were absolutely devastated and heartbroken and terrified for her and for ourselves. She was diagnosed with acute myeloid leukemia.
It's a blood cancer. The body gets weaker and weaker and would eventually lead to Elsie dying if treatment hadn't been got going quite quickly.
Well, Elsie's illness was particularly complicated, but for children with leukemia and similar conditions, it often means that the family and the child have to spend prolonged periods of time in hospital, sometimes several months, and that's a terrible strain on the families who are a long way from home in difficult circumstances.
Treatment for childhood leukemia has to be carried out in specialist centres. We were sent to Addenbrooke's Hospital in Cambridge the next morning by ambulance. We just thought, well, we need to be here, but how can we possibly, do we need to rent a place in Cambridge? How could we afford that? We realised that we were 70 miles from home. It's like a 4-hour round trip. We just panicked, basically. That's
when it was really important that there were people there who could actually say, we're here to help you. Sick Children's Trust is a charity that operates homes from home at centres across the country, and it's offering support to families who have sick children in hospital.
I think you had talked to a nurse who told you about Acorn House, and Max came into Elsie's room and said, Charlotte, it's okay, there's somewhere we can stay. In the end, it was nearly 8 months. And actually that was the first time in all of that first few days I thought, it'll be okay, we'll be able to cope.
Acorn House is one of the Sick Children's Trust Homes from Home. The Sick Children's Trust helps around 3,500 families each year nationally. Our homes from home are very, very important to the families that use it because it brings a normality back into their life when they're going through such a traumatic time. And as immaterial as it sounds, practical things are very, very important to people to know that they've got somewhere to go and just have a bit of reprieve from the hospital and the stress that they're going through. You'll find a communal kitchen, dining room, playrooms, living rooms, normally a quiet room where people can just literally chill out and really relax. Just everything a home has.
One of the really great things about Acorn House for us was the staff. They were really friendly, but also I think they can judge really well whether you need or want to talk. They became really good friends of ours.
Acorn House was particularly important to the Normans because not only was Elsie in Addenbrooke's undergoing treatment, Charlotte was pregnant and their second child, Innes, was actually born while they were here. So this is Innes's first home.
We felt we couldn't cope with bringing a new baby into this bit of a nightmare situation. It was having Acorn House there that made us feel like we could cope.
Well, facilities like this from the Sick Children's Trust Homes from Home are hugely important to this family and many other families. It allows the parents and the child who's affected in hospital to stay close together for long periods of time. It allows other siblings who are also badly affected by the illness and by the breakup of the normal family life to stay close and to stay together at these important times.
We feel like a normal family again now. The kids are healthy and you wouldn't know that Elsie had ever been ill like she was. And we can do normal stuff. We go out for walks, go out by the river, just have fun.
She's learning to ride a bike and swimming and all the things you can't do when you're in hospital. We hadn't heard of the Sick Children's Trust until we needed them, and now we just tell everyone we meet about what they did for us and for other families in that situation, and try and get people to support in any way they can.
Thank you for the Sick Children's Trust for helping my family.